The incident of Muhammad Ali Jinnah's ambulance breakdown is surrounded by speculation and has become part of the lore surrounding the last days of Pakistan's founder. In this video, we will discuss the reasons and forces behind these speculations. The story goes that on the way from Quaid to Karachi, the ambulance carrying a seriously ill Jinnah broke down, leaving him and his companions, including Fatima Jinnah, stranded for hours before help arrived. Speculations and conspiracy theories suggest that this breakdown was not an accident, but a deliberate act of negligence or even sabotage. Some argue that it was a result of poor maintenance. Others speculate that there were forces within the country that stood to gain from Jinnah's early death. Jinnah advocated for a secular state, inbuilt on Islam and for Muslims. All of Jinnah's speeches addressed the Muslims of Pakistan. Only in one speech he addresses to saying, "People of Pakistan," solidifying the stance that he did not fully want a secular state, a stance that was at the odds with various groups who wanted Pakistan to be governed by Islamic law. He often talked about protecting the rights of minorities in his speeches, but future governments did not focus on this issue. His passing opened the political space for religious parties and leaders who had different ideas about the role of religion in the state. Liaquat Ali Khan, who served as first Prime Minister of Pakistan from 1947 to 1951, was a close associate of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and he initially supported Jinnah's vision. As the Prime Minister of Pakistan, he moved towards Islamic symbolism in governance by presenting the Objective Resolution in 1949, which laid the foundation for the Islamic aspects of Pakistan's constitution. There is no evidence to support that Liaquat Ali Khan has to conspiracy against Quaid Azam, as Fatima Jinnah, sister of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, in her book, My Brother, mentions sorrow relationship of Jinnah and Liaquat Ali Khan. However, she did not mention anything about Liaquat Ali Khan being involved in any attempts. This can also be proved by the fact that Liaquat Ali Khan was the first Prime Minister of Pakistan during Jinnah's life and was not removed. On one instance, Fatima Jinnah mentioned that the Liaquat Ali Khan came to see Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Jinnah mentioned, "He wanted to know how serious my sickness is, how long I will last." Khawaja Nazimuddin, who was the second Governor General of Pakistan from 1948 to 1951, and later second Prime Minister of Pakistan from 1951 to 1953, was more inclined towards the idea of Pakistan being an Islamic state, a view that became more prominent after Jinnah's death. It's important to note that political climate was complex, and many leaders who supported the creation of Pakistan as a Muslim-majority state had varying interpretation of the role Islam should play in governance. The debate between secularism and Islamism in Pakistan was continued long after Jinnah's death and remains a central issue in Pakistani politics. Muhammad Ali Jinnah also envisions Pakistan as a centralized state and with a strong central government that could ensure unity among the various ethnic and linguistic groups like Sindhis, Balochis, Punjabis, Pakhtuns, and other small groups within the country. He thought that the country should stick together and was careful about the ways in which giving too much power to local areas could cause splits or disagreements. Jinnah's goal was to create a modern, unified Pakistan where all citizens, irrespective of their religion or ethnicity, could participate in the nation's governance under a single legal and administrative system. With Muhammad Ali Jinnah out of the picture, these leaders from different parts of the Pakistan will be able to get more power for their own areas. After his death, they made new constitutional amendments that gave their provinces more power, But then sometimes other constitutional amendments would come that gave the president more power. Due to the incompetence of these leaders, a gap was created. And this is when the military was forced to intervene to fill the gap, opening a new era of military control. Often these changes were because military leaders took over the government and wanted more control for themselves. Because of this back and forth over who should have power, Pakistan had a tough time finding a clear direction that everyone agrees on. The tension between these two concepts and blunders of military rulers who were ill-trained in the art of diplomacy have played a significant role in the partition between West Pakistan and East Pakistan, which is now Bangladesh, leading up to the East Pakistan independence in 1971. It is important to note that these are speculative assessments, and there is no concrete evidence to suggest that there was any deliberate plot within these groups to hasten Jinnah's death. The widely accepted theory, according to the historical records mentioned, Jinnah's health was already failing due to tuberculosis and possibly lung cancer. The medical infrastructure of Pakistan at that time was not equipped to deal with such health issues. Thank you, and thanks for watching.